Take two. So not sure what happened just now. I couldn't see who was joining me in the live streaming. And so I restart. And today is the last working day in September. What? So that means there are 3 months left in this month. How far away are you from your objectives? It is still not too late. Because if you want to dash to the finishing line in the next 3 months, there is a secret for you. The secret is knowing your why. And it is very, hi Bob, I was just mentioning you to a friend of mine and talking about you doing project management. Thank you for joining me. Hi Lynn, hi Mawa. So the secret to reaching your finishing line sooner is knowing your why. And thank you everyone for joining me. Sharon, Clarence, thank you. Now, you saw that on Facebook recently, it is very popular talking about your why. And if you know your why, you will reach your finishing line much sooner than most people. Hi, Lynn. And so 3 days ago, a client of mine, she sent me a message, a voice recording. And she told me that for the first time in her life that she loved her voice. It made me so feeling touched because before we worked together, she hated her voice. It's not just this kind of hate that we found like when you listen to a recording, you say, oh, it's terrible. Not that kind of hate. Hi, Brenda, thank you for joining me. It's not that kind of hate. The hate she had was from internally, somewhere deeper, that she really hated her voice. And she hated herself. She hated listening to herself. And I was so touched and so happy for her that she now listened to her voice and she likes her voice. And she for the first time in her life, she doesn't hate her voice. It is the same for us. When you don't like your voice to the extent that you hate it, that means you don't like yourself. You hate yourself. If you hate yourself, how could you progress? How could you be confident? So now she felt much more confident and much more peaceful. And it is cases as this that kept me going. And this is my why. My why is to serve others, to help them find their own true voice, to help them voice out their voices, to help them speak up to be heard, and to help them let their inner great voice shine through the outer voice. If you say that your why is your kids or your family, in my opinion, you haven't found your real why. Because your kids, they will grow up. Once they grow up, what's your why? And once they go on and live their own life, what's your why? Then you still need to rediscover your why. And if your kids is your family, and so I'm just going to say the hard truth here, because what if you get divorced? Then what's your why? So your kids, your family, they're not your real why. They are important. My family is important for me. It's the outmost important thing for me. But they are not your why. They are not your real why. And I encourage you to find your real why. Go deeper to find your real why. And when you find that real why, you will get motivated. You will have the momentum. You will keep going, and you will reach your finishing line with a dashing speed. So that's my message for you this Friday, on this last working day of September. Share with me what's your why. What's your real why? In the comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you would like to work with me to help you find your own great voice to be heard, to be seen as the authority, click on the link below where I will share with you to apply for a complimentary session with me. And let's discover what is stopping you. What is stopping you from speaking up? And what is stopping you from being heard and being seen as the expert? You are my why. Helping you is my why. And let me help you to help you reach where you want to go. Have a great Friday. Enjoy the last 3 days of September. And next Monday, get up and dash to your finishing line. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Lynn. And yes, thank you. You agree with me. And who else? Okay, no more comment. And I would end up the live streaming today. Thank you, everyone, for joining me.